Let's talk a little bit about energy. I am a proponent of domestic energy big time, largely as a result of the fact that I've lived most of my adult life now in North Dakota, native Minnesotan, but lived most of my adult life in North Dakota, and I've seen the game changer that domestic energy has brought here. Not just oil, which everybody's focused on now, but coal before that, and there's a large supply of wind here, a lot of turbines going. There's just a domestic energy boom that is happening, and certainly it is being fueled now internationally by what's happening in the Bakken, in the oil play. Talk a little bit about how a President, Mitt Romney, would take that to the next level and break off some of those shackles that we're seeing from the Obama administration on taxation, on regulation, and even using their Justice Department to target oil companies.
Well, I really think that the president does not want to see carbon-based energy growing in our country. I think his view is shaped in part by the extreme environmentalists in his party and some of the liberals he attends evening functions with, and they don't like coal, they don't like oil. For some reason, they don't like gas either. Of course, they don't like nuclear. They do like wind and solar. Nothing wrong with wind and solar and ethanol and other renewable sources, but the overwhelming majority of our energy needs will be supplied by coal, gas, and oil, and we ought to be developing those resources as aggressively as we possibly can. As you know, new technology and getting gas out of the ground has led to massive new sources of gas in this country. We ought to be getting those developed and pipeline those to not only to power generation plants, but in particular to transportation, long-haul transportation routes. America can become energy secure, particularly if we tap into the Keystone Pipeline and bring it into the U.S. We really ought to be bringing energy to the U.S. If we do, we'll provide feedstocks for manufacturing, which will make them more competitive, put people to work. We'll also free ourselves from having to send hundreds of billions of dollars out of the country every year. So this is kind of a no-brainer, but despite it being a no-brainer, I think President Obama is failing the test.